Hello, this is Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates. I know I'm a little shady today, but it's an overcast day. I'm at my safe place near Myrtle Beach and took a few days to work on some personal recovery work and do some writing. And I found a great new resource for anybody who suffers from PTSD. And so the title of the video today is Get on a Recovery Rampage. And that's a catchy title, and I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't. But I am going to credit a coach on PTSD, and her name is Michel Rosenthal, and she's awesome. Before I headed out on my trip, I downloaded 4 books on healing trauma. It's just my thing, understanding trauma. It's just what I'm interested in these days, and it's helping me heal, and I've gotten feedback that it's been helpful to many people out there who are struggling and need help with their PTSD. And so I listened to the first 3 books. The first one was a guy who, it just seemed like he was listing all of the treatments for PTSD, but I didn't feel his heart. I got to feel somebody's heart. And the second one was sort of this mystical new age healing kind of thing that I didn't understand what she was saying really, and I didn't register with. The third one was very clinical and medical model, and again, I didn't relate to it. But this book, it's called Heal Your PTSD by Michel Rosenthal. I mean, this woman, first of all, her credentials are that she's a recovering person from PTSD, and states that she hasn't had any PTSD symptoms in 10 years due to her recovery process. That's pretty awesome. She's a great writer. She's very enthusiastic. She's very caring. You can tell by her YouTube videos and her audiobook and her written book that she genuinely cares about people suffering from PTSD. And she's very positive and very hopeful and very strategic. So one of the things she encourages recoverers from PTSD to do is to pick an anthem, pick a song, and mine, of course, is Eye of the Tiger, because, Peter Levine says that trauma is like there's a tiger in the room. So, and of course the book I'm working on is about the eye of the tiger. So I've been playing that, and it gets me fired up for my recovery. One of the things that Michel in this book said is you cannot go back to being your former self. Your former self was shattered, and you got to work out a new life and a new self. You can't go back to being who you were. You can be somebody different and somebody new, but if you try to go back and be in your old life in the same way that you were, you're not going to be happy. It's just not going to work. I'm going to plug another of her books. It's called Your Life After Trauma: Powerful Practices to Reclaim Your Identity. Your Life After Trauma: Powerful Practices to Reclaim Your Identity. So part of the recovery process, if you have PTSD, is to eventually, when you're ready, get your focus off of what happened to you, off of the past, off of the tears, off of the grieving. And y'all know that that's sort of where I've lived this past 6.5, 7 months. But there's a time to shift your focus to the future. and not be so focused on the past. And for me, that's sort of what this book has been about, these two books, and it's what this week has been about. It's about shifting your focus off of the past and onto the future. And I just wanted to share it. It's helping me so much, and I wanted to share it with my followers out there. Get these books by Michel Rosenthal and consume them. I keep telling you such and such is the best book on PTSD, and no, it's this one. Tell you what, this is the best material I found on PTSD. It's inspiring, it's positive, it's practical, it's cool stuff. So she says you probably can't do the things you used to be, and you probably can't live the life you used to have. So you need to reinvent yourself. One of the quotes I liked was, do what you need to do to heal. Don't live your life trying to please everybody else. There is no selfish when it comes to PTSD recovery. You've got to take care of yourself. Save yourself, because you're fragile, you're broken, you're wounded, and you need all the encouragement, all the joy, all the vision that you can possibly muster. So I just encourage you to join me on this journey of recovering from PTSD symptoms and become a Michel Rosenthal fan like I am. Pick yourself an anthem, read these books, and get your focus on life after trauma, on the powerful practices that you can involve yourself in that can help you reclaim your identity. This author says everybody heals from PTS differently. There is no cookie cutter formula that works for everybody. And in her case, she tried two things, and she credits the main chunk of her recovery work to dance lessons. She wanted to physically move, and she thought dance would help. She took dance lessons 7 days a week. And hypnosis. She thought if hypnosis can help somebody quit smoking, it probably could help her, and it did. So I've never heard either of those behaviors, activities, treatments, if you will, as being something somebody could use for PTSD, but it certainly did work for her. And whatever works for you. And she says there's a lot of treatment opportunities, and do your research and pick the things that work for you. This week, I came to the beach, and PTSD is very physiological, so I'm doing a lot of exercising and walking and just taking in the sun and the surf and the seagulls. And yesterday I was watching dolphin, and there was one dolphin that jumped out of the water completely. It was so cool and so healing. So if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, join us. We're well over 5,000 subscribers now. And do visit familytreecounseling.com. And I do have this video out that is 70 plus minutes, that it just costs, I lowered the price to $5.95, but it's everything that I know about the treatment of PTSD, and it will help you in your work, in your recovery. And now I've given you a new resource to help redefine your new life and your new self as you leave the past in the past and move forward. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and God bless.